So you want to start selling on Amazon, but you're scared, you feel overwhelmed, you feel like there's so much information to know, and you're like, how do I start? I can't get out of my own way. Well, I just put out a post in my free Facebook group to over 6,000 people, and I asked this question. I said, what's holding you back? And one of the number one responses that I got was, I'm just scared, I'm overwhelmed, there's so much information, I don't know where to start. When I think I know what to do, someone tells me something different. So I wanted to make a video and really just break down, I want to just give you like 5 to 6 steps and pieces of advice so you can start getting results. Because the truth is, if you're sitting on the sideline and you're watching like 50 different YouTube channels, you're watching me, you're watching this guy, this girl, a bunch of different people, like everyone has a different piece of advice. Everyone has a different way of doing things. And I hate this saying, I hope my cats aren't listening, but there's multiple ways to skin a cat, right? There's multiple ways to make money on Amazon, and that's true. So the first piece of advice I would give you is to really cut down the amount of people that you're listening to, from like 20 people down to like 1 or 2 people. Now make sure whoever you're listening to is actually in the game, they're actually doing it. They're not just selling courses and not actually running an Amazon business. Because the truth is, while someone who maybe used to sell a long time ago and now they're making all the money with courses, like while they still might have a lot of good foundational principles that they can teach you, like if you're not in the game now, things are changing so fast on Amazon, the advice is most likely going to be poor. So just find someone that resonates with you, you connect with them, you like them, and just listen to them, okay? As long as they're getting results, listen to them, because that's the biggest thing holding people back, is they're listening to too many people, they're getting too many pieces of advice. I'm gonna sell books, I'm gonna do DVDs, I'm gonna do wholesale, I'm gonna do private label, I'm gonna do eBay to Amazon flipping. Just stop. Take a breath. We'll take a breath together. Stop listening to everybody. Pick 1 or 2 people and go from there, okay? So let's just assume that you're listening to me. I'm not saying I have the best advice, but let's just assume you're listening to me. Let me give you 5 or 6 really, really good steps, okay? So step number 1, sign up for your Amazon account. If you haven't already signed up for an Amazon account and gotten approved, which is the new process, you have to get approved. Sometimes they'll send a postcard to your house. Do that, okay? Stop reading articles and watching videos. Just get approved. So at least when you're ready to, source your first item, list your first item, you'll actually be able to do it, because that process is a little bit annoying and takes some time, and you gotta, validate your driver's license and your identity and put in all your banking information and all that. So do that, okay? That's your homework assignment number 1, okay? Now, once you get approved, the second thing I would do is go through my free 5-day book selling workshop. So I'll link it up down below. It's rakeandprofit.com/workshop. That's 5-hour training. Now it's broken up into 5 days. It's completely free. And I literally take one of my students, my friend Paul, he comes to my house. This was a couple years ago, and I had a bit more hair on my head, or maybe actually I think I shaved my head back then, but I was a little bit thinner, so I've been eating well. But I take him through that video, through that process, and I walk him through everything from starting the account to listing to shipping, softwares. There are some things that I've updated in the meantime, but that'll get you 90% of the way there. So go through that, okay? Sign up for that. Step number 3, and if you're scared, and I've asked a lot of people who are scared on the sideline, and that used to be me back in the day, I'll put it this way. Most people are scared because they're like, I don't want to lose money. Like there's all this stuff I have to buy, and products and softwares and apps, and it's just overwhelming. I'm going to teach you how to do this like on a budget, right? For some of you guys who don't know, I am half Jewish. So, it is true. We like to, we like to do things on a budget, and I absolutely do. So let me give you the lowdown, okay? Number 1, if you're super scared because of money, don't sign up for Scout IQ. Don't sign up for Scoutly. Just download the Amazon seller app and start scanning items with that, okay? It's slower, it's not as efficient, it's not gonna make decisions for you, but at least you'll be able to save like 20, 30, 40 bucks a month, okay? So just download the Amazon seller app after you get approved. That's where you can see all your sales, you can scan items, you can analyze items, so on and so forth. Now, I do recommend signing up for the $40 a month pro plan. There's a lot of different benefits. You could Google it, but really the big benefit is you're gonna win the buy box more. The buy box is essentially like if you go to a listing on Amazon, there could be like 10 sellers. Well, who gets the sale if you click buy it now? Whoever gets the buy box. That buy box will rotate. You don't have to understand it all right now, but just know by getting a pro account, you're gonna put yourself in a better position to sell items faster and sell more items. So that's really all you have to know. Start with the $40 a month plan. In the past, I used to say, start with the free plan. I might have even said that in the workshop. Don't do that anymore, okay? This is an updated video. Step 4, step 5, I don't know what step I'm on right now. Don't go out and buy like fancy Rollo printers and Zebra printers. And in some of my videos, I have all these tools and cool little gadgets and scanning freaking devices and stuff, barcode scanners. You don't need any of that right now. If you're scared because of money, just stop. Don't worry about that. As long as you have an inkjet printer and you've got a phone and you've got the free Amazon seller app and you sign up for the pro account, you're good to go, okay? Once you get to that point, you also have to keep in your mind, like, this is a big, like, mental thing that a lot of people go through. Like, they think, like, I gotta quit my job and I gotta scale this business to the moon. I'm gonna get rich off of Amazon. First of all, you're not gonna get rich off of Amazon, most likely. At least not anytime soon. But if you're looking to make even just like 3, 4, 5,000 a month in profit, it's gonna take a good 6 to 12 to 18 months. So just know this is a long-term game. But the point I'm trying to make is, you've got to put in your head, like, let's not try to race towards results. Let's actually just be slow and steady and make progress. Because with progress, if you take action and you make progress, for example, you sign up for your account, you get approved, you go through the workshop, whatever, right? You're up until this point, you're starting to make progress. Even though you don't have results, like, when you make progress, you feel good, you get momentum, you get excited, and it just helps you so much more. So the point I'm trying to make is, at this point right now, let's focus on making progress, and let's not worry about like selling $5,000 a month now. Let's worry about sourcing our first item, listing our first item, shipping our first item, and making that first sale. Because I'll tell you right now, there is nothing as exciting as waking up first thing in the morning, you're a little bit groggy, you haven't had your coffee yet, and you're like, oh, and you open up your Amazon seller app and you see a sale. That is the most exciting thing in the world. And that's the beginning. That's the floor. That's the foundation. You got to get there. So if you're overwhelmed and freaking out and scared and you're dealing with fear, which I've gone through it as well. I'll be honest. I sold on eBay for a long time and I screwed myself for many years not getting on Amazon sooner. You know, back in 2013, 14, right? I've been doing this for a while now. And over the last year, I've done $450,000 in sales, $109,000 in profit. But it took a lot of work and it took a lot of time. So just know, I'm not telling you you're gonna do that, but the goal of this video is to get you to list your first item, get you to source your first item. So what do you do now? Now that you got some momentum, do you worry about listing softwares? Do you worry about how am I gonna ship and scale? No, go to the thrift store, go to your first library sale, go to Nextdoor and put out your first ad. So those are a couple different things you can do. Go to Google Maps or Google Thrift Store and find a couple in your area, put a route together and just start hitting them up, okay? Now, don't go trying to like buy a bunch of books. Just buy 1 or 2 books, or, you know, maybe you buy a DVD, or maybe you buy whatever item it is. Just buy a couple items and then get home and list your first item and ship your first item to Amazon FBA. Even if you have like 3 or 4 items in a box, who cares? Maybe you're not gonna optimize your shipment and get the lowest rates, but the whole purpose here is to learn the process, because once you ship stuff to Amazon, I can promise you it's going to start selling. Most businesses don't make any money for a couple of years. With this business, you could start making money in a couple months, right? Actually in a couple of weeks, really. I mean, but you're not gonna build anything substantial for a good 6 to 12 months. It's just a reality. Anyone who tells you that you're gonna do it quicker than that is probably trying to sell you something and doesn't really care about you. That's not the case here, okay? I wanna see you guys succeed. This is a long-term game. So at the point we're at right now together, guys, is you've gone through this process and now you're at the thrift store. Now you're at the library. Go to booksalefinder.com, go to Nextdoor, put out some wanted ads. For anyone who's in my membership group, Reselling Freedom, if you go into the bonus section, I've got about 15 different ads that are fully customizable. They're templates where maybe you want to go after video games or DVDs or books or electronics. You can literally swap in and out your logo. You can edit all the text. I have templates and everything on Canva that you can use. That's a great place to start. And that's actually how my girlfriend started about 1.5 years ago. She put out one of these ads on Nextdoor and she found tons of books. People just want to get rid of their stuff, okay? And I think books is a great way to start. So obviously there's a lot more to the process here, but I just want to make this video giving some advice. Go through my 5-day workshop, follow these steps. If you're not in my free Facebook group, join that, get support, and I'm telling you, it's worth it. But you've got to take action. You've got to make slow, steady baby steps forward. And I'm telling you, once you start making some sales, you're gonna get excited, you're gonna get pumped up, and the results will come, and then you just slowly but surely grow. So just wanna say, love you guys, appreciate you all. Hopefully this video helped. And if you have any questions, drop a comment down below. And with that being said, go make some progress, guys. I'm here for you. Bye.